So one of the reasons I built my business in Bali was I went all over the world trying to figure out where I could create anything, and realized if I was going to be living somewhere a lot, I wanted it to be my favorite place. So I came here. And I get to do things such as having business meetings on boats while freediving and wake up to views like this, where I'm going to onboard my new customer service here while drinking fresh fruit from locally and chasing butterflies. And then I'm going to go continue onboarding our new amazing customer service and management team in the ocean while freediving. And we might have to do a little photo shoot. You can create any reality you want, so I'm a big proponent of creating your optimal one. And I love Bali, and I'm very fortunate. I've destroyed my bed to have this be home, and also to get to work with such amazing people. The team that I'm working with now makes me so happy. Look at just all the details here just fascinate me. It's just such an inspiring place to be constantly. I'm very fortunate to be working with a team that works with, it's been here for a very long time, and it's super sweet, and we have lots of fun. And this is my office. It's a little hard sometimes to explain to people, no, really, I am onboarding my new customer service team, because that has been our greatest weakness in the middle of the ocean. But where our office is doesn't matter. All that matters is how we get it done. And I like my office to be nature. This is a new ritual makeup bag that we've made. I've been beta testing it for the last year now. We can make it out of solid leather, or we can make it out of scraps, but it's been great, super durable, and you can wash the inside and outside, and I'm going to release it this week. But now I'm actually going to use it to put my makeup on. And our new customer service girl, who's amazing, I'm super excited to onboard, and I are going to do a little shoot today while I'm onboarding her. I am currently, we're working. Yeah, I'm not showing you, I just got a shower. So our reach was 1.3 million, up 1 million in the last 28 days. Whoa, we went up 1 million in the last 28 days. That's dope. We got 1,000 new people and about, a couple hundred or so unanswered messages. So this is us. This is Fira.
Hello.
And we're working because we're about to move our office, but we are currently working on onboarding her. More codes. And others to help with this. So as we grow customer service, I don't even like that word. I want to come up with a new word for that.
Customer love.
I like customer love. Sea love. That's pretty good. We're going to go migrate to somewhere faster internet. I keep doing this. But I'm super excited. She's awesome. And yeah, it's awesome when we reach all these new people. It's just a little bit challenging when you're like, now what do I do to answer them all fast enough? Mm-hmm. Now that I'm fairly no longer jet lagged, I'm going to try these again. Flinging yourself across the planet can be quite a ordeal. I'm in Med, which is one of my favorite places in the planet, and it's a beautiful beach town. I'm having my second cup of coffee and about to go to one of my favorite hidden gems that I found here that I did a shoot at years ago, and I'm super excited to make some art there. And I'm also training Fira, who you met earlier. She's coming on board with a whole management team here to help because we've been growing really fast, which is amazing. And also it's been challenging because I really want people to have amazing customer service. But I also want people, I don't, like I said, I don't like that word. So it's like customer love. I think that's cool. We'll use that. But finding people that really resonate with the energy that I want to carry through everything that we create has been really important to me. When I started Ritual, it was about creating a space for true expression and expression of large ideas without limitation. I felt that what I experienced and what a lot of other artists I knew had experienced was this, like, you can only go so far, you can only express so much. I remember the first time I was offered a record deal, it was like this, the rules were like this much. And I was basically like, so basically you're going to give me a lot of money, but I can't even post what I want or say what I want, and that's not ever going to work for me. So after years of being an independent singer-songwriter, model, actress, I started Ritual to create a space that in my perfect world would be big enough, not only for other artists that didn't fit into the box. And so I traveled the world a lot, and I love Europe, and I love a lot of America. But when I first came to Bali, it was instantaneously, it felt like home. And I never really felt that way anywhere else. Everywhere I go here, I just feel like so welcomed and appreciated and accepted, and I feel free, and it's been so huge for me because I always felt so constrained in a lot of places where I had lived previously. And you know, I love the culture that believes in different types of spirits and spirituality, and you know, just shares a lot in common with what I feel and believe in. So I based Ritual here in Indonesia because I felt like it was the most supportive place, and I also just fell in love with the people and the culture and the craft. I mean, this is so beautiful. Just look at this. This is just like everywhere here. The craftsmanship, Indonesia hasn't even touched what is capable of creating and producing, I feel, and it's just got so much talent. And I've also seen tragedy, because I've seen what I'll just refer to that it is the nothing sweeping through, where you know you're introducing chemicals and pharmaceuticals to tribal people without responsibility of how it's going to impact them. And I love technology, but what social media is capable of is how we use it, and it's also been challenging to see how that's changing so much here so fast. I feel like the fusion of the ancient and the future is incredibly important, and that we cannot just bulldoze over the knowledge and the resources. And we live on motorbikes here, scooters, which you will see. I care a lot about the rainforest, and I had a very long conversation the second night I was here, as well as I was speaking to people that study the ocean. There's remedies and cures and plants and things in the ocean that we don't even know about that could save us or transform us, and by just massacring it for some quick profit is a very unintelligent move. There's so many crops. Like here, I'm a big supporter of the future of things such as vanilla, avocados, oud oil, even mangoes, because everything that the entire idea of scarcity on this planet is created and can be resolved with some simple solutions. And whether it's our clothes or our food, it's important to remember that everything that we're buying and purchasing is supporting a much larger energy. And to put it into fairy tale talk, it's like we're either supporting the nothing or we're supporting a much better reality for all of us here. And I'll just encourage people again that if you're gonna buy things, money is the representation of your life force. It is your extension of your soul, and everything that you purchase, you are supporting either nothing or you're supporting this other reality. And a lot of us are suffering because of a nothing, and we think that we can't do anything about it, but actually we all can do something, and that something is far more powerful than you may think. When we die, we only leave behind our energy, and nobody goes to a funeral and is like, oh my gosh, do you remember that jacket that that person had? Or hey, you know that car? They were so cool because of that car. Nobody's like, oh my gosh, I love that person so much because they had that big old house. And yet we live in this world where that's our goals. And I far more would prefer to live a life where my goals are how many amazing things can I create, and how many people could I inspire, and how many people can, at the end of the day, being like, you know what, I felt loved or appreciated or seen. And I know I'm going to die at some point, and it could be tomorrow, or it could be in 10 years, or it could be in 150. And I don't, when I go, I'd prefer to have a zeroed out bank account and have created a lot of beautiful things, whether it's music or films or fashion or art, so that that energy just continues to exist when I'm not here. And I feel like we've just forgotten that it's not what we have, it's what we create, and it's not what we own, it's who we are that matters. And none of us are, this idea of perfection is just not real or normal or fitting in. All of our souls are unique and special, and we all have gifts, and we all can create something, even if it's just a better world by giving somebody a hug or forgiving somebody or showing compassion and forgiving ourselves and hugging ourselves and showing compassion for ourselves. And so anyways, I am always trying to do better and improve. Running a company has been really interesting because it's been like, how do I scale me? Like, how do I scale how I want to show up with a company? It's been challenging because I've, like with my tailors, they're amazing. They put so much love into everything they create. And most of you, when you get it, even if it's been late or we had a delay, you can feel that. So I feel like I got that. And I love them. Most of them have been with me for 5 years. And then I brought in Clayton and Ricky, who have been with me for, oh my gosh, like a decade as friends. And I feel like they also have the same care and love and desire to create and make a dent in the universe. And then there's been customer service, which has been this thing where I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I scale this? You know, I'm like, I open my inbox and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like 1,000+ messages, and yet I have 3 meetings, and I need to design a thing, I need to go here, I need to travel, and I need to sleep. So I'm very thankful I've connected with some people that energetically are very much aligned, and it's been about an 8-month process of me making a decision to bring in some people, which I'm very excited because we align with a lot of the core ethics and integrity, which is what matters the most to me, because we can't necessarily control everything, and things happen, and we're working with multiple countries and currencies and exporting and volcanoes and tsunamis and who knows. So, but for me, it's important that everything in the company has that energetic, and that's something I've been working really hard towards. So I'm excited. And I get to do it here, which is amazing. I love my office. All right, I'm gonna go do more, and I'll share some more later. I didn't finish the coffee. I want to show you riding around my bike in a bikini here, but I didn't bring the clippy thing. I need that. I love this place. Hello. Okay. The first time I came here, I loved this room. It was so just I loved being this close to nature. They built all these huge, beautiful rooms, but I wanted to stay here because I stayed here before for I think a couple weeks. But I love being this close to the ocean. I think I've fallen asleep on this bed quite a bit. The owner still remembers me. And they expanded quite a bit, which is cool. I just like being this close to the elements. Rocks beneath my feet, but I made this pool, which will be nice, especially since I'm hot, and I think I might officially be getting sunburned now. And a yoga shallot. But this was always my favorite part of this place. Was this door. So we're gonna shoot a bit around here today. The only problem is I'm gonna have trouble leaving. I love this place. It's one of the most magical, amazing spots I've ever found. I love just the falling asleep and waking up here. All right, I'm gonna go back to my work now. I'm actually having my business meeting here.
Beach boy.
Oh.
Hi.
You don't look like a beach boy. Officially dinner for one. In one of my favorite places in the world. We're just starting. I'm so gonna go swimming in this ocean tonight under the new moon and work on my writings. I found Wi-Fi. I've been off all day, or at least half. And decide if I want to try to go back to sleep. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful it is. Or if I want to go jump in that sunrise ocean and then try to go back to sleep. Because I can literally walk right there. I should check my Fitbit and see how much I actually slept, because I do have to drive my motorbike across this island. Although look at that. I think I'm going to have to go jump in it and then go back to sleep. It's like, I mean, look. Alright, we're going to do that. Pretend like it's a bath. This is an ocean, which we've got to keep it like this. Look how beautiful that is. The most amazing, beautiful moments in life are totally free. Or this room's $20 a night, so almost free.